Alrighty. Hello. It's your boy, Half. We're gonna be streaming an APL match starting off the season strong. You know, week one. I'm pretty excited. We're gonna be casting Lucky Strikes Marauders versus 173rd. I know a lot of you guys will be watching our comp members, but we'll just give a little background to both teams, talk about the map, talk about what we want to see, just things like that. We got about 10 minutes before the match starts, so by all means, mute me up for another 10. I know most of you guys have a lot of the other matches popped up in your other screens, so go ahead, tune in there. Don't be afraid to tab back in or just come hop in and say hi. But yeah, so we'll jump into things. Lucky Strikes and Marauders are going to be playing on Allies today, and 173rd is going to be playing on Axis. A little bit about these teams. So this is the American Premier League, mainly American teams. Both these teams hail from North America, so it'll be North America versus North America, which, hey, I'm excited to see. I hope you guys are too. It's pretty cool because, as some of you may not know, Europe just absolutely dominates the scene right now, and so this is a really good chance to see what the North American teams are about, watch them compete, and you'll see a few other teams. Like I know we have Mo streaming right now. I should have it pulled up, but I just had to close it because we're starting stream, and he's casting Three Foys versus Vanguard being Brazilian, Three Foys being Australian. And believe Auxer is also casting that. We have a lot of matches going on right now. I will flip to the game schedule. There we go. So this is the game schedule. And this will provide you with all the games that are happening this weekend. They don't have the times on them because I didn't get around to adding that. But, this weekend we're going to see ESPT play Syndicate. 75th play Ronin. Man, those are going to be big matches. Even GBI versus Broken Arrow. I know my boy Sheepdog is going to be casting that one. Super excited to see that. But yeah, no, it'll be a sweet week. Sweet week of matches. I mean, getting ready to stream this one. I'm super excited. We'll even pop into Hell Loose real quick. Looks like 173rd still doing dry runs, so we'll give them some time. But yeah, I don't know, man. I'm excited. SME I feel like is the map of all maps for competitive Hell Let Loose, and these are two teams that want to show what they're made of. We got yeah. So a little bit about Lucky Strikes and Marauders. So Marauders spun up not too recently. I want to say 6 months ago, maybe. And I know Lucky Strikes have been around for about a year. They played in the past APL Season 1, and they were teamed up with Family Under Fire, and they did pretty well. They definitely showed they were very capable as a team, and so I am excited to see them. And then we got 173rd, who's been around for eons, and I know they haven't really dabbled too much into the competitive scene. They'll do comp matches here and there for sure. But not really any tournaments. I almost want to say this might be their first tournament. So, actually, I don't know. I believe they played 18s. But yeah, so super pumped to see that. Match should be kicking off in about 6 or so minutes. Kind of just waiting for both teams to do dry runs. And we'll go back over to the map. There we are. So I'll be casting from the Allied perspective, as you can see on that side of the map. And I'm going to be tagging along with Marauders and Lucky Strikes. I cast a lot of their matches. My boy Slick and Spears are the two head honchos over there, Spears for Lucky Strikes and Slick for Marauders, and I think they have a good thing going on. So, and I mean they're playing on allies, so even though Axis might hold the advantage on some of these points, I think they're going to be a serious problem this match. If I had to put any money on them, I think they're going to be victorious this match. But we'll see. This is the ground to show what you're made of. The grand stage, I guess you could call it. But overall, pretty excited. Looking at the points, you got SME, you got Checkpoint, and you got Hospice as the three potential midpoints. Man, Now, I always say this, but I think SME is the point that I want. The midpoint that we're looking at, big town in the middle. You got the church smack in the middle of the hard cap. That's going to be the point of points. That's really going to show a lot of skill. It's a pretty tough point for both teams to play on. You kind of have to know and play quite a few matches on it to know exactly how to play that one. I think Hospice and Checkpoint are going to be a little bit more forgiving for these two teams. But Checkpoint, or not, sorry, not Checkpoint. Jeez, look at me. SME, man, SME. SME is going to be super sick. Looking for some sweet plays. Hopefully, like some airheads into the chapel steeple, some people on roofs, abiding by the rules, of course. But I still want to see these crazy plays. I want to see what they're made of. 10-man OPs, always an option. Love to see that. But yeah, so I'll dive into the rules a little bit for anybody watching from Europe or not competing, or even if you just forgot. So APL rules, you can't use Panthers. So access is limited to just Tigers. So you'll see a lot of Tigers versus 76. And then the game mode is scaled down from 50s to 35s, which is a lot more comfortable for these teams to kind of build a roster and not have to suffer each week looking for players, which is nice. And finally, last but not least, we got one-man RD. Yeah, so you can't use three artillery guns, which I think is pretty fair. I mean, artillery can be super oppressive if played well, especially with the defense, and it kind of just creates its own small little meta that I'm not necessarily a fan of. Way back in the day, there used to be a tournament, APAI. Big shout out to the Australians. That was Asia Pacific America Invitational, I want to say it was called. But it was a sweet tournament. You had people like GBI, Foy Boys in there. BR1, I used to be a part of. They played in that. That was a great tournament. But, yeah, that was a 35s tournament, and that was pre-artillery rules, so that really sucked. I mean, speaking as an artillery player, we just had this dumb little mini game, as many of you guys will know, where it's just rocket sniping into artillery, and artillery kind of just watching out and praying that you can either get defenses up or fire back. But as I say that, I'm just kind of distracting myself. We're gonna tab around real quick, just see. So it looks like server info was handed out about 8 minutes ago. Waiting to see who's filling up. Nobody's really filling up right now, so we'll still do some talking. So back to the game schedule. I'm going to give you my thoughts on who's going to win each game. So Syndicate versus ESPT. We saw BA almost beat ESPT, so I'm going to take the off-meta pick, and I'm going to go Syndicate here. I think Syndicate just pulls out a miracle. ESPT reigning champs. We're looking at Division 1 top left. And I think ESPT might really struggle. I mean, who knows, I could be way off on that. I think when it comes to BA, GBI, I think GBI takes that 10 out of 10 times. Love to see Broken Arrow win. I just don't know if they're there yet. We'll see, though. We'll see. But yeah, and then it comes down to Division 2, going slightly down in skill level. You got skill or experience, I guess you could say. We got 75th and we got Ronin. That's going to be a tough matchup. I think 75th is going to take that. 75th is looking mean this year. Great roster, great set of people, very dedicated to comp with a lot of experience. I think they'll take that. Then it comes down to Foy Boys versus, Three Foys versus Vanguard. That match is going on right now. I have no idea what's happening. I just saw Mo's intro and I saw Ogzer's intro, so I didn't really get to look at the map that much. So I have no idea what's happening. I'll take Vanguard on this. I'm really not sure. That's a toss-up. I really wish I could be watching right now. So feel free to update me in the chat as that game goes on if you want to be an absolute sweetheart. Because I'll be tapped out. I mean, I might be able to peek at it on my phone while we're casting, but we'll see where that goes. But yeah, getting back into Division 3, we got Lucky Strikes Marauders versus 173rd. I think Lucky Strikes Marauders wins that. I personally, I've cast a lot of matches with these guys. They have they have a little bit of the like top top dogs meta down. I'd say you're gonna see a lot of good and smart armor plays off the start. Their start is definitely one of the strongest I've seen out of the APL teams. They have it down on lock. They understand how to split up 35s perfectly for a good start. So I think they'll take first cap at least initially, and then we'll see from there. Obviously as we get into Division 3, things will become more of a toss up. Then we got Mark and 10th Mountain. I believe that's the same start time. So right about now, I almost want to say, for these two teams. All right, looks like everybody's starting to hop in. I'm going to be switching to this side. All right, there we go. Everybody seems to be sorting out, so I'm just making sure. But yeah, all right. So we got down to Merc 10th Mountain. Yeah, starting, I believe 7 Central Time, my time zone, 8 Eastern. I'm gonna have to give it to Merc on this one, and the only reason I'm giving it to Merc is because of so many rumors of people saying that they're very good this year. I have not seen it personally, but that is not to say that I doubt them. So I'll give it to Merc. I think they're probably looking pretty strong, especially if I'm getting all these words about it. So I'd like to see what they can do. I think 10th Mountain, also a very seasoned team. I think they've probably been in. They're one of the most experienced teams on here, which is quite interesting to say. But I think, 10th Mountain, man, they could pull it off. All these teams, the beautiful thing about APL, as you can see right on the screen, you got Division 1, 2, 3, sorted by skill level. So nobody in Division 1 will be playing Division 2, so there'll be 3 champions at the end of the season. I think that's personally a really good way to do it. Granted, I am biased as I am on staff team, and I've been helping out the Orga a little bit, mainly with casters and things like media, but overall, I think that's the healthiest way to do it. So yeah. All right, we will hop into this game relatively shortly, just trying to figure some stuff out, figure out when we're flipping and when everybody's good. It looks like we got about 67 people in the game right now. So missing a fair few people as everybody seems to be hopping over and sorting their stuff out. Seeing some good names. So I didn't get a chance to peek at the rosters too much, but you do have Twig on a Limb playing for Marauders and Lucky Strikes. You got Rooster, who's somewhat of a familiar name. Scrolling down a little bit. We got Spears playing. We got Large Mouse, Controversial Man, playing as well. And I believe that's it. At least from the Marauders, Lucky Strikes, from people I recognize off the bat. Going over to 173rd, we got... Oh, man. I do not cast these guys enough. I want to say Swivel looks familiar, maybe? Possibly? Yeah. Yeah, sadly, I do... Oh, maybe Kantar the Knight. I believe Sheepdog, another caster who will be casting GBI versus BA, does know that guy. So, pretty curious to see. Looks like we just hit 35 on both sides, so we're looking at a flip. We'll go over and switch our scene. Alrighty. We're tabbed in. We're locked in, I should say. Dude, I'm excited. What can I say? We're rocking it. We should be live right about now. Looks like we got KO in the chat. What's up, dog? I loved your charity event. I didn't get to play, but I watched, and I loved it, man. Great stuff. Doing good things for the community. Seriously. But yeah, so we'll kind of see. We'll take a look at the chat. Looks like nothing's going on. We'll go over to APL. No word on flip. Typical. All right. We're back tabbed in. I would not mind seeing a point layout like this as we're looking at it right now. Saint Mare as the midpoint. We got Maison and Rue de Gambo on the bottom. looking pretty sweet. I like those long distances. I like seeing how infantry play around that. I think when it comes down to it, shows a lot of skill, a lot of guts to play those long distances. It sucks for the teams. I know those guys. Anybody who gets a long point layout will hate it, but I think for a caster, your boy is hype. Your boy is excited. But yeah. Alrighty. We'll even make a little armor squad a little bit early. Get some flying around. Just see what's going on. See if we can't see some pregame rituals, Alrighty. Looks like we got a few Marauders and Lucky Strikes members already on the roofs. Doing a pretty good job. Smoke laying around. We're gonna tag over to 173rd, see what's up. No TK call goes out in chat. Love to see it. We got Glucius over here on what I believe left HQ, right? Yeah, top HQ. My apologies. We got, once again, they're doing the same thing. They like their smokes. But yeah, we'll get some nice B-roll. I'm probably, per usual, I'm gonna go grab some water right before flip. No word on flip, so I will be right back. You know what? As I say that, you know what I'll do while we wait for flip? I am going to, hopefully I can mute this stream fast enough. All right, I did. I'm so curious. I can't wait. Looks like the cap is still going on for 3 Foy versus Vanguard. 3 Foy's in the lead, so I might be eating my words. I think I said Vanguard might win, but man, there's a tank battle and everything. By the time I'm saying this, it'll be too late for you guys to go take a look, but hopefully you already have that open and watching. Oh, man. Boy, am I excited. All right, tabbing back in. Let's see if we got word on flip. Some funny chats going out. No word on flip. No word on flip. So we're definitely starting a little bit late here. No biggie. No biggie. All right. Oh, there we go. Map flip. Map flip. All right. Let's get it. Your boy is rocking one energy drink and some caffeine. Caffeine and nicotine will make the world go round, and that is what I'm living off right now. So, yeah, hope everybody else is having a great day. We got King Damadou, who I believe is from Vanguard. What's up, dog? We are on a 15-minute delay, by the way. So for anybody watching, this is 15-minute delay. Both teams were cool with it, so we're rocking with it. Super sick. That's always a really big benefit for casters, as if something goes wrong, I'm able to identify it earlier. But obviously, we got some cheaters out there, so sometimes people want 30s, and I get it. I get both sides. But yeah, so map flipping 4. Pretty exciting. Yes. Yes. We get SME as the midpoint. We do have Western approach for Marauders, which is gonna be a little tough for them, but otherwise I like this layout, you know. I'm actually a huge fan of this. I think SME is the best point to have. Alrighty. Looks like all these squads are made. Rockin' 3 armor. Love to see it. We're gonna make one. Excuse me. Alright, we're gonna go bottom spawn here. Oh man. Pings galore, you know. Got some players in the chat. You know, we got telling us that we Lucky Strikes need to change their logo. I won't speak too much on people's logos as I make a lot of logos. I've definitely helped BA with branding in the past, potentially Marauders in the future. Obviously, I've done APL branding for this season, but I don't mind Lucky Strike's logo. It's simple. It's definitely old school, which I like. Always reminds me of like a bowling alley when I think of Lucky Strikes. Well, bowling alley and the cigarettes, of course. But looks like we got 113. Oh shoot! How unprofessional. Let me. There we go. That way we can see a little bit better. The calm before the storm, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a look at our map. What are we rocking with? We got a recon tank that's one-manned with the recon inside of it. We got a tank. We got another tank. Nice. Beautiful marks. Looks like we're going to see a garrison right here in the backyards per usual. We got SME as a midpoint. We're gonna let this play out. I'm gonna kind of shut up here for a second. So we see supplies already coming down. Ooh. We'll see. We see the trucks in the distance as they start to load in. Looks like they're rocking 2 tanks. Not sure if we'll see another in the distance. There we are. We do see a Lux. Ooh. This will be interesting. We see some members start to hop out from 173rd. Cap starting to go the way of 173rd. But Marauders, quick to the point. Artillery already coming out. As Marauders and Lucky Strikes just swarm this point. 173rd might be a little bit late here. And up north. We do see, it appears, is that a transport truck? It's a tank. Interesting to see. 173rd has a pretty wide wide spread of players. However, there is a huge gap in this back line. It's 173rd already taking the backyards. Sorry, Marauders already taking the backyards. I do see the Lux. Curious to see if we're going to see this tank engagement go down a little bit. Jeez, that can't work. I'm so zoomed in. That's going to be a strong initial cap. As we see Qnix. Oh, go down, but trades with Outlaw. Wormloid's picking up 2. That's going to be a quick cap. Quick cap in the way of Marauders and Lucky Strikes. Supplies is already coming down the point. Looks like Slick is going to build this garrison in the northern compound here. I mean, I say that, but they could build in the church, which I'm not a fan of. Curious to see it. Are they able to get it through the steeple? It doesn't look like it. It'll come wide. Cran might be able to cause some problems as he picks up Comrade Max. We're going to spin a little bit. Try and see what we can see on Western approach. Tank does get called out. As Radon might be engaging it. Might have missed it. Flare goes out. Let's see what they pick up. They found the tank. Good garrisons. That recon tank might be destroyed. Tank does get called out. What is happening over here? The P4. Able to take down that recon tank, I believe. Yeah. Fighting well wide. But what do we see here? We see some supplies coming down for the Germans. There's going to be 173rd back on Western approach. But we do see a supply truck from Slick. I believe got taken out by Coral or Outlaw. See, I love this tank play. Nice and aggressive on this front line. I mean, really you just have to have people like Ace of Spades watch out that these tanks don't get flanked as Crayon goes down by Stapes. And I mean, you see this forward pressure coming in from LSM as they are storming the Mormon and taking out these backyards, pushing in. 173rd though does have good pressure on the north side. Lucky Strikes, man. LSM, they have, I mean, we'll look at this. They have really good pressure all around, except for right here, where 173rd is. And it's tough, but, you know, try and spread out as much as possible. About to see some action here. As if Ace of Spades picks up both of them. Dog able to walk into the point for free. Bell might see him. We'll see. We have here Stewart making a play. As this might spell trouble for 173rd. One 173rd looking very concentrated right now in these central back roads. This 173rd seems to be wrapping them relatively well. This is Allied Supplies. Looks like Slick's building garrison up in the north. The Stewart, oh my god. Gets one in the rear of something. Down goes the Lux. Uh-oh. But what do we see here? What do we see here? The P4 able to pick up the Stewart. Beautiful work from Valkyrie Hound and somebody else. Executioner. That is a 1-for-1 trade in tanks. This Velvet ricking off the back of this P4. Bubba knows. It's taken down. Oh my god. The test goes out onto 4th point from LSM as they are able to push these backyards. But this P4 might be able to do some damage. See, this 173rd bombing run that we just heard, I believe that was behind us. I was tunnel visioning on this armor. Oh man, is this concentrated. This looks like a city artillery haven. As we see contest come out again. We're going to back up just a little bit, see what's happening with this midpoint as we see 173rd put some guys onto the hard cap. We might see a contest go out on both sides. As I believe that is an LSM bombing run. Wormlord's able to get the satchel. He does not get the satchel. J Phoenix. I think J Phoenix is going to be able to do it. Oh my god. Cap's starting to go the way of 173rd. We're going to back out of this tank. As LSM is racing back to this chapel, it appears to be being capped by just 2 people. Could be locking out their garrison on hard cap. No, they have the garrison in the compound. Love to see it. As everything seems to be well defended and they have flares already out. Well played. What do we see here? This stunning P4 that's done excellent work. Looks like this P4 just took a shot from the 75. 75 is getting wrapped. Crazy though. Can he do it? Down goes the P4. As Radon goes for the double tap just to make sure. But uh-oh. In comes trouble. We got a Tiger approaching. Does Crazy know about it? It appears he does. Contest on the cat progress. Oh my god, this B4. Or sorry, this tiger. Spears looking for trouble. Oh no. The Spears gets gunned down. But look at the pressure. Oh my gosh. Airhead comes down to secure it. G Phoenix versus Crimson in the bottom. Jace Phoenix able to pick one up as everybody appears to be dead on this hard cap. Artillery coming out. Oh, for Taco, just looking at the chat right now, I know I'm 15 minutes behind, but the streamer for Merc and 10th is going to be Indra, so I can try and find his stream pretty soon. But it should be Indra who's casting that match. And as I say that, I mean, Marauders and Lucky Strikes looking to go up 4-1 onto 173rd. We'll take a look at the map state. Pretty good as we're seeing a slow shift as the defense is shifting up. I like it. Playing it smart. Cran able to pick up Rupert's though. Little to no 173rd presence. Let's go at La Prayer. As everybody's spawning from HQ, they don't have a garrison here. Spears might even be able to put some progress on. Look at that recon. Here we see it. If Spears is able to take out the supplies and somebody else is able to get the garrison south, which either should be fallen or just fallen, being built by Fletch, I believe. All right, we're back. Sorry about that. I was replying in chat to help people out. Oh my god, look at this wave. Shocked Large Mouse is still alive. As he goes down, but flares come up. They're gonna know. Yeah. As I say that, I want to see just how pushed up Mikey's are. Marauders and Lucky Strikes really fanning out as the only presence near that point is 173rd's recon. But this is quite the distance to travel. I mean, you look at where Western and you look at where La Prayer is. You're looking at some walking. Yo, that's so funny. What's up, Rev? We see Rupert's engaging this. I believe it's this tiger. Big Red seems to know. Rupert's able to take out Big Red. Why am I getting this? Rupert's gets more in the ass. Can Rupert's gets 2? Rupert's gets 2. Not able to engine this Tiger. He's gonna have to find some more ammo. As a beautiful shot comes out, where? What did I miss? From down south. Oh, what is happening here? Oh, they had to see each other. They had to. What's going on? Are they going to get behind it? Right on. The man sent from God himself coming to get this recon. Absolute Shift W warrior. So they're not able to pick up that garrison in the south. And just like that, right on. The man sent from God himself. What do we got going on over here? We got some ally supply drop as they're pushing up. They're pushing up. They don't want to be in Western anymore. They're leaving PP Leo to deal with Easy and Crosshair. But even moving up, you know, this could be a stalemate. It's so much distance to cover. Maybe a good airhead, but... So you see tank callouts go out. What is this tank? Looks like that's going to be the P4 for 173rd. Is this a garrison right here? It's nodes. I guess it is locked. Interesting to see. Just saw a rocket come from Canadian onto Rupert's, misses wide. So, holy shit, my Discord is blowing up. Thank God I have streamer mode on. Have to be careful as Crazy could be taking out their nodes. Accidentally. I mean, they think it's a garrison. Oh, there is a garrison. I am smoking a pack. P-strikes suck ass, man. Going back over, I know this chat, this chat's popping off. We're gonna get over to the action, try and find some. I mean, everybody's spread out everywhere just because of the nature of the distance, which I think is kind of to be expected. Something I like about the distance, it will drag out a match in a very chaotic way. So we do see supplies falling down. We see Fletch coming to grab it, but Fletch is going to have to deal with Cam and 10 Rats. We also have a half track. Holy shit. What is the fuel situation? They still have 600 fuel. Does Spears know? Oh, Spears goes down. Was the engine off? The engine was off. Okay. Fletch knows he has to go protect that half track. Does Fletch know? What is he doing? Dude, I'm panicking. He's gonna hide in it. No, he's gonna hide on the hood. Okay. Oh, there's so much fighting going on, but I have to see this fight. Oh, shit. Fletch, where you going, bud? Look at the map. It's still locked. Oh, my God. This AT is going to put a satchel on it. As what do we see here? P4 getting lit. M. Rupert's, are you able to? M. Rupert's able to pick up a kill. Beautiful work. We also hear Lux way off in the distance. What is happening over here? Beautiful work from the 76. Although it might be in trouble. Ooh! Watcher! With a shot. Oh boy. 173rd looking to airhead onto western approach. Looking at the map, LSM seems to have 2 76s on the board. Garrison does go down for them on that south side. But smoke rounds, I don't know. Hopefully they're able to find this. Oh, boy. As we're gonna do some little spotting. I'm gonna try to see where they are. I believe it went through. Beautiful work. Beautiful airhead. As a wave comes off. As Chef Pepin able to take out that airhead, I believe. We're going to go down and check one more time. He does secure it. As the only SO who spawned off it was Hamdog. And this... Ooh. Executioner might be able to make a play on this 76. Although I say that, and what is going on over here? I thought the garrison was destroyed. Cap is contested. Oh my gosh, what am I missing? Sweet Jesus. The airhead worked. They traded airheads and 173rd's airhead got sniffed out. Cap's starting to go the way as Q-Nick's able to make his way into the hard cap. Gets taken down by Crimson. Crimson able to take up 2. J Phoenix goes down. Velvet going down, but just able to get a shot off. As 173 is about to be pinched by this 76. 76 might be in trouble, though. As Cap going the way, as with the 76 charging in. Ladies and gentlemen, half an hour has just passed, and Marauders and Lucky Strikes are capping this last point. As Hobgoblin might see Ray Tracer. Turns the corner. As a beautiful strafe comes out, getting both of them. This is looking to be a Marauders 5-0. As the 76 is diving into the hard cap. Is he still in? Barely. Some may say no. I'm sure a reinforce has gone out, but nobody in the hard cap. As Fletch able to make a big play, taking out Executioner, letting the 76 live. They may get halted here. As no, that'll be a 5-0. Beautiful work. Great job, Lucky Strikes and Marauders. That is going to be a 5-0 victory. First game of the APL, or one of the first games of week 1 of the APL. Congrats to them. 173rd taking a tough loss against a very good team within their bracket. Curious to see how things will go. You know, absolute amazing match. I'm going to give it to... We saw Rupert's do quite a bit of things, so we'll give it to Rupert's. You know, I think he did pretty well. But overall, a very impressive match. And yeah, I mean, after seeing that, wow, what a match, you know. Really excited to be casting, you know. Don't forget to go check out everybody else who's casting. I believe Auxers and Mo. Hopefully that match isn't over. If so, GG's. I'm about to go tune in and watch, see who's winning or who won that. Later on, we got GBI versus Broken Arrow. That might have already started. We got 10th versus Merc, casted by Indra. GBI versus BA is casted by Sheepdog. And yeah, we're gonna get out of here pretty shortly. But overall, really impressive match. Huge shout out to both teams. Week 1 of the APL, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for having me.